What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the 4 for 4 Philly Fan Podcast. Last night, the Sixers played the Portland Trailblazers on the second game of their four-game road stand. We did win the other day. I just didn't get a video out to you guys, which is my bad. I've been slacking a little bit, and I definitely got to pick back up onto where I would like to be with this channel. But yesterday, unfortunately, we did not get the win. We lost 118-114 in a very good game. It came down to the wire. A foul call really kind of ruined the game, to me anyways. I mean, they called a foul on Carmelo, or on Tobias Harris, sent Carmelo Anthony to the line, and then a terrible inbounds play with 3 points, like 1 second left on the clock. It just kind of ruined a good game for me. I don't know. I don't know. I guess you had to call that, but I've seen games where they keep their whistle silent on those calls, but it's whatever. I mean, it's a loss. We're still 18-8, still the best record in the Eastern Conference. Fortunately for us, the Bucks did lose to the Phoenix Suns the day before, so that was good. We play the Suns tomorrow though, which is going to be a good game. We have struggled here and there with the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker always seems to kill us. Now they have Chris Paul. I'm not too worried about the DeAndre Ayton factor, but, there's still some stuff out there that, scares me about the Phoenix Suns. Not scares me, but they can beat us. I mean, any team on any given night can beat you in the NBA, and the Phoenix Suns have been a team that we have struggled against for the last couple of years, especially since Ben and Embiid have been on the team. Before I get into the game stats and everything like that, the Sixers are looking to trade for Sacramento Kings backup power forward Nemanja Bjelica. I think that's a solid move for the Sixers. He brings you nothing but shooting off the bench, and we do need a backup four, I think anyways. I mean, that's definitely a spot on this team that we literally just don't have any. We don't have a backup four. So getting a guy like Bjelica that can shoot the three, you put him out on the floor with Ben Simmons, who plays great defense, and Matisse Thybulle. I mean, you can have him out there on the floor and, have him make a shot or two, and then just put him back on the bench. I don't expect him to get any more than 15 minutes a game, now, and maybe like 8 to 10 minutes a game during the playoffs, even if he's on this team. I mean, we're just talking about him. But that's how I think the role of Nemanja Bjelica would go. We did try to sign him a couple years ago, and he said no. He was going overseas, and then he was like, oh, nope, psych, and went to the Sacramento Kings, which made absolutely no sense. That was just a joke. But yeah, so Nemanja Bjelica could be a 76er in the coming days, in the coming hours, who knows, but, He wouldn't be a bad player to have on this team as a backup four, especially the one, since he can shoot the three ball. Now, on to last night's stats. I'm going to really be pointing out two guys, and, it's the two guys that always seem to do good. Not always, but most of the time. One of them does anyways. Joel Embiid, 13 to 25, 34 minutes, 35 points, 9 rebounds. He was getting out-rebounded there by Enes Kanter. Too many offensive rebounds allowed by the Sixers, which is so annoying because it was exactly how it went last time with the Portland Trailblazers. They always out-rebound us. Enes Kanter is a pest down low, and he does seem to have Embiid's, not number, but he does seem to out-rebound Embiid a lot, and, that's what Enes Kanter is there to do, is just get rebounds and be annoying to good centers. But, you got to get those offensive rebounds, and Embiid didn't start, really trying for the boards until later on in the game. And, Carmelo Anthony was killing us all night long. He had 24 points. Dame Lillard had 30 points. Not that it mattered in the end because Ben Simmons was clamping him up, which is a beautiful sight to see. Ben Simmons with a great game last night, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, a steal, and a big-time block on Anthony Simons on the lob. Ben had a great game, but, guys on the Trailblazers also had good games. The three guys that I just said, Gary Trent Jr., Robert Covington hit a couple shots. He also stole the ball on the inbounds play. It's definitely a game that I would have liked to see end differently. not on a turnover and a foul call. But, that's just how it is. That's just the NBA for you. But, again, we still are 18-8. And, our guys did play good yesterday. 23 from Ben, 35 for Embiid. And what did Tobias have? 17 for Tobias. Those are good numbers. And we also didn't have Shake Milton. Now, I understand that the Trailblazers didn't have McCollum and this guy and that guy and everybody pretty much because they're injured. But they've been playing without them for a lot longer than we've been playing without Shake Milton. And, their guys stepped up. I mean, Furkan Korkmaz had a solid game, but, he only had 7 points. Shake Milton can get you 15 points, 20 points, at least 10 points. And a 10-point game wins you this one by, with Shake coming off the bench, especially because Tyrese Maxey only had 5, shooting 2 of 8 from the field. That's not good at all. He was also 0 of 3 from 3, where Shake Milton does make those threes. Dwight Howard, 1 of 2, 5 rebounds, 2 points. 3 points, because he can't ever make 2 free throws. Dwight is Dwight. We're just going to have to deal with Dwight Howard being Dwight Howard. He still does drop a ton of passes, which is so annoying. I don't know how he drops so many passes, but he does. And like I said, Furkan Korkmaz had 7 points, and Matisse Thybulle had 4. But, we know what Matisse Thybulle is. He's a great defender. He had 2 steals again in this one. Danny Green had 2 steals with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well last night. Only with 1 of 3, 2 of 4 shooting from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. Tobias didn't shoot well either. 0 of 5 from 3, 4 of 12 from the field, only 33%. Yeah, he had 17 points, but his defense was non-existent in this one. But he was passing a lot. He had 5 assists, 6 rebounds. He didn't have an awful game, but he definitely didn't have an all-star Tobias Harris type game that, we have seen the last couple of weeks. And, that's a big reason why we lost last night. And again, Carmelo Anthony turned back the clock and just destroyed us. Like I said, 24 for him, 19 for Gary Trent, 10 for Cantor, 30 for Lillard, 9 for Derrick Jones Jr., 11 for Anthony Simons. Their bench outscored us a ton. And that's what it came down to. When our bench points combined for 12, 6, 19 points, and when one of their guys outscores us off the bench, you're not going to get a win. I mean, it's just that simple. But to point out Ben Simmons some more, Ben Simmons played an elite game last night. As I've been saying, 23 points, that's a season high for him. Yes, we know that Ben Simmons can score a little bit more than that, but he was aggressive, and he was aggressive early in this one. 15 points in the first quarter. He finished, I think, like 19 at the half or maybe 19 early in the third quarter, but his defense was locked down. Yeah, he only got 1 steal and one block, but he was locking down Damian Lillard, really making him put up bad shots. Damian Lillard did not have the great Dame Dollar type night. 6 of 21 from the field is not good at all. He was also 4 of 11 from 3 after starting the game 4 of 5. He didn't make a 3 after the first quarter. Ben Simmons did a very, 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 very good job on Damian Lillard last night. And, it does suck that we couldn't get that win last night because, people would probably be talking about it a little bit more. But Ben Simmons did have a good game, and, you can't take that away from him when he does have these type of nights because he is still, the second best player on this team. He's still the second star on this team. He's still an all-star, and to me, he's the best defensive player in the NBA. I think he deserves the Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people's opinions, but it does suck that we couldn't get that win last night. Seth Curry, by the way, also had 15 points, hitting a very, very clutch 3 in the end to tie it back up after being down 5. But, again, just couldn't pull this one out, which really did suck. We play the Phoenix Suns, as I was saying a little earlier, Saturday. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock, there will be a post-game game recap after the game. So, around 4:30, 5 o'clock, it should be out. But, 18-8, still first in the East, not bad, but it would have been nice to start off this road stand 2-0 instead of 1-1. We have a huge game Monday against the Utah Jazz, which I'm very excited to see. I'm hyped to see that one. But with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in to the 4for4 Philly Fan Podcast. This is your host. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And I am out. Peace.